Yo, what's happening everybody, King GBL here and welcome back to a brand new Go Battle League video. Today I'm going to be showcasing some fun battles submitted to the channel by KOKO. Thank you very much KOKO for submitting these. I'm looking forward to watching this Qwilfish gameplay. If you want me to react to your battles, feel free to fill out the Google Doc in the description down below. I put in all of the details and I will get to those as soon as possible. If you're running a fun and spicy team, or if you want me to do kind of what I do with my own videos where like I'll point out mistakes and stuff, just feel free to fill that out and let me know. A very quick announcement before we hop into it. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. I started this channel about 6 weeks ago, and my original intentions were, of course I wanted to do well. I was thinking maybe it'll take like a year or so to get 1,000 subs, and I'm just gonna mess around and upload like once or twice a week or whatever. But as it turned out, a lot of people seem to enjoy the content really early on, and the amount of support on here has been incredible, so big thank you to everybody. I feel very much welcomed into this community, and hopefully much more to come, guys. But with all that being said, folks, it is time to go fishing with the Quill. Quill is about to go fishing in the Colour Cup. I cannot wait to hop into these. I've not actually watched these yet, so this will be my first time reaction here. So first matchup right here, we've got Ludicolo, which is an interesting pick with the Razor Leafs. It can do a lot of damage. So Coco's deciding to stay in here for a bit. We're going to shield this up right here. Okay, so let the Ice Beam go. That does a decent amount of damage. I didn't even realize this thing knew Ice Beam. And the opponent actually aggro swaps into a Charizard. And was that a Fire Spin Charizard? You definitely want to go for a TM for Wing Attack for sure. That's a nice little chip on the Charizard. And in comes the Quill. In comes the Quill. They get off these Aqua Tails so quickly. And Wing Attack is just such a better move. You definitely should run that if you have it. If you have an elite fast TM. And back in comes Ludicolo, very interestingly. I'm definitely surprised the opponent came in with that. I would have expected them to come in with something in their backline. So perhaps they're double weak to this. And the opponent goes for the big energy ball, which would do a decent amount of damage here. And I think the opponent was definitely very weak to the Quill. The Quill is just sending fear into the opponents. The opponents cannot handle the presence of the Quill. With its seductive eyes and its spiky back, the opponents simply cannot handle the Quillmeister. Alright, Quillmeister is going to hop into this next one. So let's see what we can do here. Can we get a good lead? Run with Scissors is coming for you here. Do not run with Scissors, folks. It is quite dangerous. And a Victini, this is an interesting Pokemon for this cup. Of course, these V-Creates would just absolutely pretty much one-shot the Abomasnow, I'm sure. But this is an interesting one. I've kind of wanted to run this, but I've been a little bit scared to run it at the same time, because it can get very hard countered. The opponent swaps into Swampert. They've got two answers in the back. I would say Swampert is probably the harder answer to Victini, so maybe you could have swapped into the Quill, but yeah, the opponent's firing off back-to-back V-Creates, and these just do an absolute ton of damage. I'm happy enough with the shield right here, because you do want to sort of retain some health on the Swampert. And in comes Marini. It's not Marini, and we're going for Hydro Cannon Bait. I quite like this actually. The opponent kind of needs to take this match up, so they don't really want to eat an Earthquake, and yep, nice bait there. And they're going to get to another Earthquake. Toxapex, the grown-up Marini, is not going to enjoy this whatsoever. Let's have a look here. So this actually, I'm not sure if I have the IVs, but I do happen to know this is a rank 1 Swampert. And of course, oh, they come in with Venusaur. It's a very interesting team by the opponent. So yeah, we're going to come back in with Obama. You could have came in with either there, so this is absolutely fine. This Weather Ball's going to do a ton of damage. You're basically going to shield up on Frenzy, and yeah, you could probably even just farm it the whole way down at this point. Yeah, the opponent didn't even get to throw off a move, and in comes Victini. In comes the Quill. The Quill is coming to finish the business here. The opponent's going to throw off a move here, and it is possible for the opponent. I'm not sure if they farmed up to the Psychic, but it is possible for them to have it, which would pretty much one-shot this little fish, unfortunately. But we get to this Aqua Tail in very good time, and Victini is very, very spongy. Or not spongy, it's very soft, so one Aqua Tail will pretty much take it out like 70% probably. And that's good games. Man, isn't Qwilfish just such a beautiful fish? Like, if you were ever going to kiss a fish, would it not be Qwilfish? Be honest in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments if you were going to kiss a fish, which fish would it be? But with a lot out of the way, let's hop into the next one. We're getting a little bit of action with Qwilfish here, and not that sort of action, but yeah, we're getting a little bit of gameplay action with Qwilfish, and let's see what the next one is. We're definitely seeing some very interesting Pokemon, which I'm happy to see. And yeah, we get a Stunfisk here, which it is a very interesting Pokemon indeed. Of course, this knows Mud Bomb and Discharge, I think. So you don't need to shield up this first one. I think the opponent definitely should have swapped out, or at least farmed up to the Discharge, but as you can see, this Mud Bomb just absolutely tickles the Abomasnow, and the opponent quote-unquote catches on Roselia. The opponent cannot eat this. Abomasnow just puts these to bed. Yeah, so in comes Roselia, and I'm just loving the level of spice we're getting here from the opponents as well. The opponent will have to shield this up as well, because it'll do an absolute ton of damage, and yeah, they do. So we've got the shield stand in the opponent, and they come in here with Swampert, which I don't really, to be honest, I don't really like this play too much. And if you're going to come in with the Swampert, you need to commit to the Earthquake right here. because that will be neutral damage with the poison typing. I think the best play right here, knowing that the Abomasnow won the lead, is to come in with Qwilfish. The poison jabs will add up on this thing with the joint typing, and yeah, you know, you're only going to be taking neutral damage off the Roselia as well. So I think that was probably a little bit better alignment right there. And the opponent has an Abomasnow, so yeah, this is the problem right here. Swampert also takes the Stunfisk matchup too, so definitely not putting Swampert in there would be the best idea. The opponent actually does win CMP as well, so that's something to keep in mind. And when you're versing a Shadow Pokemon, 9 out of 10 times expect to lose CMP because it is so difficult to get the correct IVs. So if you're running a highly rated one, maybe try not to swap your Pokemon into that. But you do get to the Sludge Wave, which is going to take out the Abomasnow. And this is going to get a little bit close here. We're down very low in health. We still have a shield, which is perfect. But can you get to 2 Aqua Tails in time? Okay, so the opponent does throw right here. I think, is throwing the correct play here from the opponent? We'll see how low it ends up getting you. Yeah, so we're going to get off, back-to-back Aqua Tails. So I guess the opponent would have had to try to throw twice here, because they might not have got the full farm down. Luckily enough, we get to these Aqua Tails super quickly. And I think would Quill win CMP here? I'm pretty sure it would as well. So good games right there. Definitely a little bit, you know, sketchy in certain points, you know, with the alignment, but ended up taking it with the back-to-back, and yeah, good games to KOKO and the opponent there. Yeah, definitely loving the level of splice we're seeing here, and you know, that's the sort of, whenever the Great League and all of these cups are most fun, whenever you're seeing these more spicy Pokemon, and it's not just, you know, Noctowl, Lantern. But in here we've got Lurantis, so interesting match right here. Lurantis knows, is it Super Power it knows? And it gets to them extremely quickly. Is this running Razor Leaf? Okay, I see. If it was running Fury Cutter, that would be better as well, which would be doing a lot of damage. So this is actually fine here, I think. You can get to these moves a lot faster. And again, swapping into the Swampert, it's an easy mistake to make because you're expecting maybe Fury Cutter. But goodbye, Swampert. That's rough right there. You could have even aggro swapped into the Quill right there, which would have been a little bit better. And yeah, in comes the Weller Ball. So you're going to get both shields off the opponent, so that's going to be a positive, or you're going to take this here. Yeah, so the opponent shields it up, so they probably think that you're very weak to it in the back. Little do they know, dwelling in the background, lurking in the shadows, there is a Qwilfish ready to pounce. There's a Qwilfish ready to pounce, but he's not going to be pouncing on Lurantis here. So in comes a Charmer, lurking in the backgrounds. We have a Qwilfish, folks. I might have... Okay, nice catch by the opponent, but they're catching a Weather Ball right here. That's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious right there. And you can get another one off as well. This is just perfect. That just worked out so perfectly. Sick catch, bro. The opponent was expecting the Energy Ball. And at this point, you can come in with the Quillmeister. You should just swap straight in here because these poison jabs will do a ton of damage. You know, it is good that the opponent's throwing off energy, but you definitely could just let it go at that point and put it all in the Quill. But again, you know, maybe committing to this Energy Ball is absolutely fine as well. This is just going to absolutely rip Azumarill a new one, so, you know, this works out fine as well. I think the most optimal way would be to come in with the Quillmeister and just absolutely feast on this Azumarill. Yeah, Aqua Tail's fine right here, the opponent's super low, no need to build up to the large move, and this might actually just KO it, yeah. Yeah, just about. So GG's there, Qwilfish in the end, closing games out strong. You absolutely love to see it. But I think KOKO, you know, you can see that KOKO is doing quite well here. But I just think, you know, just a few little sort of adjustments with how you're aligning your Pokemon, and you'll just automatically win a lot more matches. You're playing pretty well. It's just, you know, some of the swaps are a little bit weird. So just make sure, you know, if you're swapping in a Pokemon, just, you know, take that extra second to think about it, and you'll make the right swaps. Me and KOKO actually do some battles in Discord sometimes, and KOKO has beat me before, so I know that KOKO can definitely play pretty well at this game. But in comes Pelipper. This is not the greatest. So Swampert here, I don't mind this swap out. Pelipper does absolutely destroy Swampert, but Pelipper is just rough for this team in general, to be honest. Every time I've run Swampert, I've seen Pelippers, and yeah, going for pretty much back-to-back Hydros here. See, the thing about Pelipper is it cannot take a hit. So you might get shields off the opponent here. Can you see MP in the Hydro? Yeah, so the opponent does end up throwing that off. So that's unfortunate. You do have to shield up here, but if they do let this Hydro through, that will be perfect. Or even if they shield it, you could let the Swampert go at that point. And I think you actually get to the next Hydro in 4 here. I wasn't counting correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, it was the other one that they got 2 and 4. So yeah, you can basically get this energy dry, and maybe like come back in with a Abomasnow. Yeah, even though this is super effective, you can get off a Weather Ball. Yeah, Pelipper is just so tough. Yeah, so you can let the fast move or the charge move go. But yeah, this is just such a tough opponent. Alright, so you're going to be able to get off 2 weather balls and get this flying toilet out of here. Nobody likes flying toilets, folks. Nobody likes flying toilets. Okay, so finally we get this thing out of here. And in comes Charizard, so in comes Quill. Nice swap out right there, that's beautiful. Making sure you don't just get your Abomasnow farm down. And it's a nice party hat Charizard as well. Nice call on the Dragon Claw as well. It does a decent amount of damage still, but nice call. Yeah, I like this bait as well. You have to try and do something here because this matchup's been rough. The flying toilet's just so hard. Yeah, the opponent lets it go as well. That's just tough. Like, to be fair, Vaporeon is very, very tanky. I used to run this back in the day. It is a very, very tanky boy, and yeah, it's going to be tough to win this one. Yeah, I agree. You do sort of have to go for this Aqua Tail bait as well. Hopefully they do shield it here. They let it go, dude. This is rough. Are they going to let the Sludge Wave go? How much are you betting, guys? Drop a like in the video right now. They're going to shield this. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Oh no, they don't shield it. Okay. No way you get to this move. Oh, just about not. And yeah, that's just rough right there, unfortunately. You know, if you were able to get to that move and then get off a Weather Ball, I don't think a Weather Ball would have quite took out. So maybe like get to the move, swap out, get off the Weather Ball, hopefully they shield it, and then come back in and go for it. But good games by KOKO there, 4-1 set. And you know, that last match was just super rough. Thank you KOKO for the battle submission, and once again everybody, thank you for 1k subs on the channel. If you want to submit your own battles, link in the description down below. Drop a like, drop a sub. And with all that being said, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you all next time.